What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday, I think it is. Today, we've got something that was actually in one of our questions to do. It involves welding oil-soaked cast aluminum oil pans or valve covers or stuff like that. So we're actually going to do that today. But first, I wanted to come up and tell you guys something real quick. First things first, in this video, you're going to notice that the logo and the picture across the top of the channel has changed. It now says Morfab Industries. Now, what we're doing is Morfab Industries is actually the parent company of Morpheus Performance, both of which are owned by myself, both of which started by myself, so there's no external anything, this is all me. Morfab Industries was created to encompass both the performance side, the fabrication side, the general repair side. So we have Morfab Industries, and under that we have Morpheus Performance as our performance division. Then we have Morpheus Maintenance, which is our general maintenance division, and then of course Morfab itself, which is our fabrication division. So we kind of built the company based on that. Now, I initially started the YouTube channel as Morpheus Performance, and the YouTube channel is going to stay as Morpheus Performance, but all of our other social media is going to migrate over into Morfab Industries. So what you're going to start seeing is I will post something as, you know, Morfab Industries on Instagram, and I will tell you whether it's a Morpheus Performance post, whether it's a Morpheus Maintenance post, whether it's a Morfab Industries post. I'm going to try to keep it as non-confusing as possible. So everything will be under one umbrella. It'll be one YouTube channel, one Instagram account, one Facebook account. So there's not going to be multiple separate accounts for each division of the company, because that's just ridiculous when I'm only one guy. So that's what the deal is with that. Morfab Industries, that's what all of our merch is going to say when we finally get some merchandise for you guys to check out. It'll all say Morfab Industries. I think the logo's super, super badass. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, so that's the deal with the picture changing, and that's the deal with the company and everything else. So we may eventually transition the YouTube channel over to Morfab Industries as well, but we'll have to see how that goes. I got to see how much of a pain in the ass it is to actually change the name with YouTube. So I didn't think that we were going to get as big as we did as fast. I had planned to do this before 1,000 subs, and now we have 6,300-ish. So the channel's growing super, super fast, and I figure I better announce this stuff now before it gets too out of control and everybody knows Morpheus Performance. So that's the deal. Stay in Morpheus Performance on the YouTube channel. All other social media will be Morfab Industries. So there we go. Now that that's out of the way, what we have today is I got a question in one of the comments on one of the videos, and it basically had to do with welding aluminum, cast aluminum, such as like an oil pan or a valve cover or an engine block or something like that, when the cast aluminum has actually been soaked with oil. Now, quickly, and then we'll get into the actual cleanup and welding and everything else. Cast aluminum is very porous. Over time, the cast aluminum will absorb the oil in the engine. The oils will get stuck in the cast aluminum. So now this poses a very, very interesting situation for welding, because when you weld, you know TIG welding requires that everything be super duper clean. Now, all this stuff, valve covers and such, are impregnated with the oil that was in the engine, so you have to figure out a way to clean that out. Now, there's a few methods you can use. I usually use a torch and heat up the material just to burn some of the oils out of it. Then I give it a super acetone bath, and that usually works. You will get some nastiness in the weld no matter what you do. First off, you're welding cast. Cast is always going to have impurities in it, and it's always going to be a pain in the ass. Cast that has been soaked in oil is even more of a pain in the ass. So I use a torch to clean it up. Now, some other people have said, and I saw one of the comments was, you know, you could stick it in an oven at 400 degrees for, you know, a half an hour or so, and that'll kind of bake all the oil out of it. Well, that's all well and good until you've got an oil pan or a valve cover that has rubber or plastic seals or something in it that you can't remove. Then baking it in an oven is just not going to work. So you have to kind of take your chances on what's happening here. Obviously, a brand new piece is the best way to go because it's very easy to weld to, but you can't always do that. So what's going to have to happen here is today we've got a valve cover that we have to weld some bungs on. So actually, let me show you guys this. And no, it is not a real Mugen cover, and if it was, we wouldn't be doing this. It is actually a Fugen cover. So what we're basically going to do is on the back side of here, right there, we're going to do a bung here and a bung here so that this gentleman can run a catch can on the car. So basically what you're going to get is this. You'll have two -10 AN aluminum weld bungs there so that he can connect his catch can to it and run that, because it's going to be a turbo B18C. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to grind all this stuff off of here, and we'll get to cleaning it up. I'll show you guys how I heat it up with the torch to try to burn some of the stuff out, and then we'll get into welding it. We'll weld it up, and then I'll show you guys what the welds look like afterwards. Alright guys, so here's what we got. We basically have the two holes marked. We have everything cleaned up. We're now going to drill the holes, and then once we drill the holes, we can lay these pieces in and get them welded up. So here's what it looks like. Just basically clean those two little spots. Marked where I'm going to drill the holes in it. We're going to drill it, clean it with some acetone, which is right there, and then we'll be good to go. We'll get to welding. Now that we have the holes drilled and we have the bungs positioned and we have everything cleaned up, heated up, most of the oil has been kind of burned out of it. What I like to do when I'm welding on AN fittings like this is they like and tend to want to move around a lot. So what I do is I put a bolt through them, and then on the other side you do a nut and a washer, and it'll hold the bung in place while you're trying to weld it. Now the fun part about this whole deal is right in the area under the bung right there where there's still a little bit of paint. That's where things are going to get interesting. You really can't get in there too well without using like a carbide burr or something, so hopefully that area doesn't give us too much trouble. But we're going to get to welding it now, and we'll see how it comes out. Alright guys, so there you have it. You can see that black right there is actually oil coming through the actual casting. Same thing on this side. You can see where it got oiled out, especially down near the gasket area on both sides. You can see that black. That's a little bit of oil, but these actually came out really, really nice. I'm surprised. This valve cover must not be that old. So we got these -10 AM bungs welded on here. And what we're going to do is let this cool off a bit, because this aluminum is pretty soft right now because it's piping hot. We're going to let it cool off a little bit. We're going to hit it with a wire brush. It'll look nice. We'll pull these bolts out of here, and he'll have 2 -10 AM bungs on there for a catch can. Now what we plan on doing with this, come on, there we go. What we plan on doing with this is actually taking it down and getting it powder coated. So I'm not sure yet if we're going to do that, but he wants a nice bright red on it because he's got an all black car, so the bright red will look amazing. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit up Logan Steel, see what they have for us, see what kind of colors they have, and possibly drop this off tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. As far as welding this type of aluminum goes, here, hold on, let me set you guys up on the tripod so it's not so shaky. Alright, so excuse me. As far as welding that stuff goes, it can be difficult. There are several different ways that people have, you know, come up with ideas on how to get the oil out of the casting. Now, I found the best way is literally just heat this stuff up with a torch. Burn as much of it off as you possibly can. Keep your heat concentrated to one small area. It helps to preheat the metal a little bit too, so that when you go to weld it, it's not as difficult to weld. But one of the things you also have to remember about doing cast aluminum is if you put too much heat into one spot of this part for too long, other portions of it will begin to crack. I've had transmission cases that have been welded where they cracked in another spot because the weld puts too much stress. You have to remember the weld's going to expand when it gets hot and then contract when it gets cold. Now that's fine if it's just the metal itself doing it, but you've added weld material to that, so that area is technically stronger. When it contracts, it pulls in on the aluminum and it actually cracks it in different places. So you have to be super careful with that. But other than that, welding on oil soaked stuff, yes, absolutely 100% possible. You have to be extra precautious, extra clean, and just make sure that there's no oil, no nothing, no garbage on it, and you'll be fine. You can absolutely weld it. So that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I hope you guys are understanding of the whole Morfab Custom Industries, you know, Morfab Industries stuff. It's a move that we wanted to make, or I wanted to make as a company for a long, long time, to kind of get away from the whole, I don't want to say get away from Morpheus Performance, but Morpheus Performance was started when I was a kid, and I feel like the business has grown, I've grown, and I wanted a more professional name for the company. So we are transitioning to that. You guys will still see Morpheus Performance for a while until I can figure out the logistics of changing that, but that's what it is. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to each and every one of you guys, man. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.